of the season. Well done to them. We've now got the players of the season, and we will go for the male player of the season as the 14th award out of the 16. The 4 nominees are... Cheers for this one. Eddie Lazarchuk. Eddie, I can only apologise. He's of Reading City, by the way. We've got George Locke of Ascot United. Joe Grant of Bracknell Town. Matty Lynch of Slough Town. Huge award, this one, and the winner is George Locke of Ascot United. George, the only one that I've needed a step for, so thank you. I'm not saying that's the reason you won it, but it really, really did help, definitely. Right, George, congratulations. What was it that made you the Player of the Year, in your opinion?
Probably attendance. I've been involved with Tom for about 9 years with football in Bracknell, and I've known him since I made my debut at Bracknell Town when I was about 16. So probably just lingering around. They thought maybe we'll give him an award this time. I was here last year as well, so... and then I've been quite fortunate to play for quite a good team. A lot of the lads I played with played quite well this year, so obviously Jamie's mentioned what we achieved, so I can't complain too much about being part of that team.
Again, I'd like to just, as it's live on YouTube, just make it very clear that he didn't win because he knows the organiser. Okay? He's won because of the fantastic season that he's had. Oh, hold on. There were 19 judges. Were you one of them, Tom? One of them, right. 1 out of 19, okay, George. Just to put your mind at rest. So what's gone right so far? We've heard about how well Ascot have done. What's gone right so far for you on the pitch?
I've been at Ascot for 6 seasons now, so you definitely get used to your surroundings and the lads you're playing with, and any of the new lads we brought in this year slotted in really nicely. So we had, felt like quite a settled team quite quickly, and for me that's always a nice feeling to know you're playing with. But also for the manager, I've played for Jamie now for 5 of the 6 seasons that I've been there, and very quickly I learn what he expects from me, and whether that's the ugly side of the game or the pretty side of it. So I can't really come away with any excuses to not get things right after 5 years and plenty of appearances under him.
And the step up next season, how confident are you about that for yourself and for the club?
I'm quite quietly confident for myself, definitely confident for the club. I think a lot of the lads that we've got in, I'm more than capable of playing the league above. I think our team, if we signed no one and changed nothing, would do very well in the league next season. And I know that a lot of us can't wait to get started, a lot of us didn't really want to break, so I think we're all keen and hungry to get involved and step up.
Translation for the manager: don't sign anybody, the current players are good enough and they don't want to leave. Did you hear that yet? Thought so. And we can't not mention Wembley, right? Because we've all laughed and also loved about Jack Grealish's celebrations when Manchester City won the treble. Okay, but the thing is, though, after he did that, he had, with the exception of a couple of England games, which he wasn't that fussed about, let's be honest, he actually has the summer off. It's not like that. When you win at Wembley, you don't have the summer off. Some people are going to work probably the next day, potentially even that night, or that's pretty bad planning if that's the case. What is it like for you in that situation when actually you can't do that? You can't celebrate as much as players at that level can?
I mean, for me personally, I was very blessed. My work were very supportive. I had quite a good group of them at the game, and they gave me the week off afterwards, so that was quite nice. And I went on holiday with the lads, so that was much needed. But from like even normal games on like a Tuesday night, if it's a big game and you win, you do have to be sensible with your life because you've got to get up for work in 5-6 hours. So very blessed that Wembley came at a time when I didn't have to go back to work. I know a few of the boys did. But then when I did go back to work the following week, there was probably a good couple of hours where everyone was asking me questions. And then there's like you get back to your desk and there's work everywhere, and they're like, right, you've had your fun. You're not a celebrity anymore. Get back on with your work. So it's a nice reality check. But after a good month of chaos, it was quite nice to be able to switch off and get back to reality.
Got to be sensible. Give over. Just one and a kind of final question on this really, like if. Because people have never ever been in that situation. I actually want to know what it's like kind of being in the dressing room, walking out of the tunnel, because it is kind of a dream, all right? To do that, I mean, to me, it is still a dream that will never ever happen. I mean, how do you look back on those moments?
Well, like you said, that like you get to a point in your football career where you sort of say that's just not going to happen, and not in a sad way, but you just understand the reality of football. And so when it does happen, you do have to really take a step back and try and appreciate it. On the day, I tried to have moments where I was like, right, this is going to happen, try and appreciate it. But then at the same time, you know, you think, if we don't win this game, I'm never going to want to hear about it. I'm just not interested. So very quickly, you get your head down, you're there to win a game of football. There was a split moment, like you said, in the tunnel before you walk out and you hear all the roar and the pyrotechnics going on. You're like, this is a bit nuts for a game of football. But then when you watch it back on the telly, it all looks perfectly proportionate. So it was, it was a nice, it was a jump out of reality, but thankfully it did happen, and I wasn't imagining it like that.
I was going to ask a few questions about Marbella, but I better ask about Lineker and Sinatra and Portside or what have you. But George, well done, fantastic, congratulations. Eddie, Joe and Matty, if you are here, please come up. No? And the last award that I am going to present tonight is the Player of the Season in the female section. Oh, hold on. Oh, thank you, sorry. See, why do you think you are not? So I've just been alerted to the fact that Matty was the one who scored the goal and have a pint with the fans. Right, okay, right. Absolute legend. Right, okay.